Well, if we need to introduce Tony Robbins, that means you're just starting out with self-help. Because Tony Robbins is the most popular and likely most successful self-help gurus in the world. Personal Power 2 is a month-long transformation program by Tony Robbins. The idea is that you listen to a recording per day and take action as instructed. So today, I'm going to try to compress these 30 days into 15 minutes or less and give you guys my key takeaways so that you get the best bang for your buck. Let's get started. The ultimate success formula. Number 1, know your outcome. Know exactly what you want. Number 2, get yourself to take action by deciding to do so. You gotta take action in spite of all of your fears. Number 3, notice what you're getting from your actions. If you don't notice your gains, you won't keep going. And number 4, if what you're doing is not working, change your approach. Tony Robbins says that potential is unlimited, but we only start tapping into it once we believe that we can reach good results. So what drives us to be great in life? Tony Robbins says people are motivated by 2 forces. Number 1, the need to avoid pain, which is the greater motivator in most cases. And number 2, the desire to gain pleasure. If you want to control your life and your actions, you have to control the motivating forces. You have to link pain to not doing something and link pleasure in doing it. We've already seen the steps in Awaken the Giant Within, but here they are again for simplicity. Step 1, decide what you really want and what's preventing you from having it right now. Focus on what you want and clarify to yourself what's preventing you from having it. Understand what's the pain you link to changing it to a new behavior and what kind of pleasure your current behavior is giving you. Step 2, leverage. Associate massive pain for not changing and massive pleasure in changing. Start thinking and noting down for your own brain's benefit of all that you are missing by not changing. Ask yourself questions to self-induce pain for not changing. Ask yourself what you've missed in the last 5 years with your current behavior. What did it cost you? Ask how much more you could have today if you had changed earlier. Ask what it's costing you right now. To you, to the people around you. Ask what it will cost you in the next 1 to 2 to 5 years. So I might say, I really want to make a passive income business, but I keep spending my spare time watching porn or playing video games. I might say something like, these types of behaviors are loser attitudes, and I want to be a winner. And maybe that's why my girlfriend cheated and left me. I could say, man, I could be traveling. I could be quitting my job right now if I'd started earlier. I could buy my family anything they've ever wanted. I could have more time to do things I've always wanted to do. I could say, I'm wasting time, and 3 years from now, I'll still want to do this, except I'll be 3 years older, and time is still ticking. Another 2 ideas to get leverage is announce to the world that you're going to change or personal integrity. Ask yourself, what am I currently doing, and how your current behavior is inconsistent with who you are. Step 3, interrupt the limiting pattern. Anytime you see yourself leaning against the old pattern, change it immediately. This sounds stupid, but what I do is, when I'm tempted to play video games or porn, I say out loud, no. No, I'm not going to do that. I don't do that anymore. Work on making some money. Step 4, create a new, empowering alternative and link pleasure to it. Step 4 is critical for long-term change. Your old habit was likely filling a need for you and is also ingrained in your brain. Simply erasing it is difficult. You got to replace with something new. Ideally, you replace with something that gives you the same pleasurable feeling without the negative effects, or something that gives you even more pleasure. Step 5, condition the new pattern until it's consistent. Conditioning is the way to make sure a change you create is consistent and lasts long term. The simplest way is to rehearse it again and again with tremendous emotional intensity until a neurological pathway is created. Do it long enough and it will become conditioned. A couple good techniques is to imagine it first, because your brain can't tell the difference between something vividly imagined and something actually experienced, and to reinforce it by giving yourself a reward. Step 6, test it. Now these little tips and tricks I personally liked from the book. 1, incantations is continuously repeating to yourself something you want to be true about yourself. Brian Tracy, for example, suggests that you repeat daily to yourself, I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best. We fill our day with negative self-talk, we might as well try this approach instead. Number 2, exposure therapy to destroy your comfort zone. The idea is that you expose yourself to stimuli, which causes anxiety, until your brain and mind realize it's no danger for you. What happens with social anxiety is that your sympathetic nervous system kicks into overdrive and focuses all your energy on survival, because it tells your brain and body that you're in danger. Yes, the anxiety you get from approaching a hot chick in the gym is the same as you almost crashing a car or a shark attack to your brain and body. So force yourself, and when you realize it's not life or death, you might end up getting the girl after all. What I've done this month is literally turn the water freezing cold in the shower and jump in. And yes, it sucks. Every single time. But I'm training my body to be uncomfortable. I do have fear and anxiety just before I go in. But every time I survive, and the only outcome was cold, I realized you can't expect yourself to do really uncomfortable things if you can't handle them at a safe and small scale. Number 3, focus. What you focus on determines how you feel. Questions you can ask yourself. What are you the most happy about right now? 4, the body. Tony Robbins uses his famous equation that emotion equals motion. Change the way you move to feel empowered and confident. Change your breathing and your facial expressions. Breathe how you would feel if you were happy. Smile. Speak like you're happy. Emotion templates. Write them all down so you can reenact them whenever they're needed. And although this sounds silly, I'm smiling as I'm writing this at 4 in the morning. And believe me, it's weird, but I actually can feel the happiness. Number 5, things you can do to be happy. Write down all the things you can do or experience that will make you happy. Every time you need to feel in a specific way, you will have a list of things to do. So for example, a few things on my list are listen to great music and dance, work out because I'll feel strong after, have a nice protein shake, eating great and healthy foods, having sex, spending time with a woman I like, spending time with friends I like, and FaceTiming my family and seeing my nephews and nieces. Morning questions. Ask yourself these 5 morning questions and give 2 answers each. What am I most excited about? What makes me happy? What do I look forward to? Who loves me? Or who could love me? Even if that means getting a puppy. What can I do today to make it a great day? Try these out tomorrow. Your value determines what you move towards and what you reject, and determines your most likely behaviors. For this, step 1, awareness. Explore what are your current values. Ask yourself, what's most important to me in my life? Is it peace of mind? Impact? Love? For Tony Robbins, for example, it was passion, love, freedom, and contribution. Being able, growth, achievement, accomplishment, happiness, fun, health, and creativity. Step 2, decide. Make a conscious decision about the values you want to live by. Ask yourself not what's important to me, but in what order do my values need to be to achieve my ultimate destiny. Finally, I'd love to leave you with one more quote by Tony. Receiving is evidence you've given consistently. So don't be afraid to break old habits. Work hard and challenge yourself to be the best version of you. If you got value from this video, please like it. And if you have any interesting comments, comment down below. And if you want more videos like this, subscribe and hit that notification bell. And if you did feel like supporting this channel in a huge way, there is a link down below to buy me a coffee, which I would love, because that's the fuel I use for these late nights till 4 a.m. working on content for you. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and let's continue to move in silence.